A big shout out to you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, from wherever you are, welcome again to the Van Baby. My name is Van Baby kama kawaida, na kila siku nafanya bidii to make sure that I grant you an opportunity to listen to different stories from different people. Wajua hii dunia tunapitia vitu mingi sana, so lazima tuongee about vitu tunapitia katika juhudi za kuhakikisha tunaona vile tunaweza zisolve. Actually, as my saying goes, let's talk about our own problems as we try to solve them. So with me here today katika Nimekapitia episode I think 18, niko na mrembo hapa hivi. Yeah, so akona story. Nataka kwanza ajiintroduce, atuambie ni nani na atuambie alijuaje about Nimekapitia na story yake ni gani. I promise you are going to love this story. Okay?
Okay, my name is Caroline Nguwa. I'm a student at STUM, pursuing diploma in social work and community development. I learned about Nimekapitia on TikTok. I was scrolling and I found about Van Baby narrating the story of a lady who turned into a goat. So I got interested and I went to YouTube. That's when I learned about Nimekapitia. Yeah, and my story is about my journey with endometriosis.
Okay. So yeah, so if you don't know what endometriosis is, I think the description hapo hivyo you'll see. And yeah, let's get right into the story. Thank you so much. Van Baby. Leo nataka ni ape kabisa, nikatane na pombe kabisa, kila siku kunichomea picha na otani na mi.
My journey with endometriosis, I can say it has been hell. Yeah, it's not an easy journey, but I thank God because He has been faithful. Yeah, so it started back in the year 2014. When I was like feeling, when I began the menses. So I never knew nothing about these periods much. So my mom told me like it's a secret, so nobody should know about your periods, your monthly periods that is. And I was like, okay. So I used to hide it, by the way. Even back in high school, I used to cover myself, like even when you're dressing up, like nobody should see me, nobody should know.
Ilianza ukiwa high school?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe ulikuwa miaka ngapi yote?
It was still upon the nilikuwa nimefika teen sasa. Yeah. So I just took it like period pain was just like anybody else can experience. But for me,
sorry your first experience like your first experience?
Yeah, my first experience was like I used to have very heavy bleeding and with a lot of blood clots, but I never took it serious because I asked my mom and she told me like since it's your first time, so that's how it is. So I just took it from there. But as time goes by, it started becoming painful, like that painful, and I thought, okay, this is just cramps, and I was just told it's just normal. With time, it's just, the pain will just go away. But as time goes by, I could just feel the pain could just increase. So, you know, I went for, in a very cold high school there back then. And I used to think that maybe it's because I'm exposed to a very cold environment, so it will affect me. But after schools, I went and consulted my friend. I was like, hey, have you begun your periods? Like, how are they? And she told me that, oh, it's just normal. I just experienced the pain during the first time, and it's just like that. I was like, what? And she asked about me, but I told her I normally experience pain from day one to day last. And she was like, what? day 1 to day last. Are you really serious? Yeah, I'm like, yes. But for me, I never took it serious. You know, you're just a child by then. So, and considering the fact that my mom told me it's a secret, so I don't want to share it, like to disclose to so many people. So I went on like that and I finished high school. But now, I think that's the time when it started becoming painful, now more severe, because I would even change. Like, I used to be light skin, yes, but I'll turn into something else, like yellow and all those stuffs. Like, I don't have blood all the time. I'm just, after every month, I'm in the hospitals, you see, taking all those drugs. Sometimes I couldn't finish even those drugs because I was like, I've just taken these drugs here, and why am I not feeling okay? So I just went on like that. But now it started affecting me because I want to talk, but I don't want, I am like, whom should I talk to? You see, my mom is like, no, it's just normal. Yeah. So I'm like, what am I going to do now? But I just kept on just going to the hospital like that, now and then, in and out hospitals. But in the year 2021, it's now became worse. The pain became worse, and as I could experience the pelvic pain, I could just think that maybe it's because I've done the chores, so it's just tired and I'll be okay by tomorrow. So I just went on like that. But the year 2023, now it started becoming more, the pain began to be severe. Yeah, the pain started to increase, the pelvic pain. I could have a blood loss. My blood wasn't even sufficient most of the time. So, and in fact, most of the time when I am just about to experience that, the pain will just increase. So for me, I don't prefer taking drugs most of the time. So I used to, like, I just go with that pain like that. I'll just flow with it. Yeah. So, and in fact, sometimes I would even use hot water, like, yeah, let me use hot water, maybe it will just help, but the pain will just be there from.
What was the main reason as to why you said like drugs? No, sitaki kutumia madawa. Okay,
drugs for me, like, maybe for me, drugs was just the last option for me. Like, I can't. That's when I use drugs. So I just kept on going like that. But the year 2023, now things started to change. Like, it affected even my health. Like, my health status now, you know, I can't eat because of that pain. I'm having very severe pain. Now it started not even because I'm in the menses. Now it's because anytime I'll just experience that pain. And I went to the hospital. They did all those tests, but nothing. They could find nothing because, you know, with endometriosis is like, maybe I can say for me, endometriosis is like kind of depression, because, you know, when someone is depressed, like, they're not, you might not be able to see them. They just appear quiet, they appear okay, fine. Yeah, that's how I saw endometriosis for me. Then the year 2024 now, earlier on this year, I think the pain now became more worse and worse. And I think that's when I went to the hospital. That now was my first time to encounter a gynecologist. My whole life, I never knew what is a gynecologist, who is it, what does a gynecologist do, you see. So, and I was like, okay. So I went to the hospital, and my doctor told me that it was a private hospital. Then he told me that, okay, for me, I'll just request you to go and do a test about the pelvic. it could be something about the fibroids, ovarian cyst, all those. But I went to a certain hospital and the results were like kind of shocking because they were giving me the results that it could be something like cancer. So I was really shocked and I was like, what? God, what do you mean, God? Like, what is it? But after some time, you know, now I'm starting to giving up because I'm like, all along I've been going through this pain and whatever, and now the results are telling me this. What is it? So I stayed with the results for about some months. Yeah. Yeah, they were giving like something of close to that. So, and I was like, I'm not going to take these results anywhere. So let me just stay with them first. Then it came a time now, the pain now became very, very, very chronic because I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't walk. I was just there. So you're like, what kind of a disease is this? You can't walk, you can't sleep, you can't stand, you can't do anything. Like, what kind of a disease is this?
All this time wazazi wako, si ndio?
Yeah.
Na your mama, your dad anakusaidia. Like anaelewa situation.
Yeah.
She open up like umeambiwa most like results zinasema pengine
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah, they were, yeah. I told.
The reaction yake?
Okay, I'd say, like for me, I normally don't disclose like that at a given point. I would just swallow it first. By the time I'm telling you, that's the time now I can't hold it again or anymore. Okay. That's when I tell you. Okay, so I told them, but they were like, okay, so maybe we just pick it from there. So they were not even shocked, they were not even worried. But you know me, I'm the person going through that pain. I know what I feel. So,
sorry, why were they not worried? Didn't they know?
No, I never told them that it was about periods, you know. So they were like, okay, so that's it. But the pain, you know, as I told you, for me, I grew up knowing that periods is secret. No, I can't even, yeah. So you see, disclosing or opening up to someone, it's just like, for me it was, yeah. So, okay, so, and we continued like that. But for that period, now the pain became worse and I was like, okay, so I can't do anything. Now I'm just there. Even bed, you know, you can say like I am not feeling well, I can just take a sleep. But for me, even sleeping is just very hard for me because even turning myself, I have to have someone so that they can turn me to shower, like I'm supposed to be helped, you see. But I thank God because that period's when now I realized, okay, so this is how painful it is. Yeah, I was, in fact, that time, I think we were doing a main exam. Yeah. So I had one of, no, like now, yeah. Actually, earlier on this year.
Wait, main exam?
Yeah.
So you graduate?
No, like the April exam.
Okay.
Yeah, the end of the semester.
End of,
Yeah. So, and I was like, what? So I had one of my friends who used to help me. Sometimes I could just get it on the exam room and before that I'll tell her, you know, I have my bag there. So after the exam, I'll just get out, you'll carry for me. And she was like, okay, no problem. Yeah, because I can't even, you see, yeah. So I went on like that and I went back to the hospital again. For me, I used to go for a private hospital. So the doctor told me again, where are the results that I sent you? I'm like, okay, the results are here. And he was like, why did you stay with those results for the, and I told him, for me, I just felt discouraged. I was confused. I was like, what is this? So I never understood this. So please, I'm really sorry. I know I've done that mistake of staying with the results, but I'm really sorry for that. Okay, and then he realized that I'm not okay. And then he told me that, okay, there's a certain doctor, let me just direct you to go and do another test. That's when I went for a scanning, and they found that I have ovarian cyst, and the cyst had outgrown. So he directed me now to a gynecologist. And when I reached there, it's when now the doctor tells me that I have endometriosis. And I was shocked, like, I've never heard of this. What's endometriosis? You know, all this pain all along, it's just endometriosis. What is it? Okay. And we started the journey from there. And he told me that endometriosis is tissues similar to the lining of the uterus that grows into other parts of the body. Okay, so we started medication from there, 3 months. Then I began to be okay. I felt a little bit relieved. I felt a little bit like okay, but there, you know, endometriosis affects you in a way that I think it even affects you mentally, because you know, when you are in pain and you have no one to talk to, you fear. You see, so for me, I can say I was in a very, very tough condition, but I thank God. From there, I began to see some positive results, and though sometimes, you know, I could just feel that pain. The pain was still there, because you know, it's just a disease. You can imagine all those years, like it's 10 years. So the 10th year now, it's when it's when I'm now diagnosed with endometriosis. You see that pain, it's very, very huge, yeah. So, and I'm still even under medication up to date, but I know God is just faithful. You know, sometimes we can go through pain and ask God so many questions, because during that period I felt like God, God, he has really disappointed me. If I can go through all that pain and it's just watching like that, what is it? But you know, God's timing is always the best. Even for me to be diagnosed with endometriosis, I thank God, because I had done so many tests. I had gone for different hospitals, and the results were like, no, you're okay, you're okay. And you know, when you go to the hospital and the doctor says that the results are just like positive, they have nothing, so it's difficult for a doctor to give you drugs. So many a times I could just go home like that, and I was really in pain. But for me, even taking painkillers was like, why am I taking painkillers then?
Wait, kidogo tu. Umesema you thank God because okay, when you learned that you have been diagnosed with endometriosis, you thank God because pain. So why do you thank God? Why? Like, mbona ushukuru Mungu?
Yeah. Okay, for me, I'm like, okay, because you know, sometimes we human beings would want things to go our way, but according to even the stories of the Israelites, they had gone through pain even before they were taken out of the captivity. They had gone through pain. So for me, I just started encouraging myself that I'm in this pain, but I know one day this pain will just go away. So it is my season of pain, it is my period of pain, but I know one day, one time, God will just remember me and the pain will go away. Even endometriosis will just fade away like that.
Yeah. And again, you are thankful to God it was endometriosis and not cancer.
Yeah, actually, because you know, I was like, oh, hey, you mean what? So I started counting. So how long will I live now? I started being worried, anxious, and I was like, God, you mean I just came into this world for the shortest period of time? But I thank God He has just been faithful to me. So for me, even I will just want to encourage anyone. It could be not even endometriosis, it could be something else, maybe fibroids, maybe the ovarian cysts, maybe you're struggling with fertility, maybe even depression. It could be just anything else that you're struggling with that has brought pain into your life. Please don't give up. Yeah, don't give up. Not now, not even. Please don't give up. Just give yourself time. Give yourself hope that there's still light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, that's it. And I also want to encourage even the government. You know, for this.
Just before you encourage the government, what was your biggest fear? Like, ulikuwa unakaa hivi unafikiria like at that period, like endometriosis. What was your biggest fear like?
Okay, my fear was like, I'm going to die. And I was like, yeah, because this is something new. And it's something that I've lived with it. So the doctor tells me that this thing has outgrown. So I'm like, by then I was so anxious. Yeah, fear. But I thank God because I had prayed about it. And I can see now I'm a fearless soul. Like I fear no more. I'm not anxious. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just flowing with it. Yeah.
And umelan nini mpya about endometriosis? Like have you researched or learned maybe new things about endometriosis? What is it that
Okay, endometriosis for me it's like, you know, we can say it's just common. You know, it's only that it affects someone. Maybe the way it affects you, it's not someone else. It's not the same way it affects me.
Ladies only?
Yeah, it's normally caused during periods. Yeah, it's for periods, normally for periods. So for me, I think it went deep in my mental. So I was depressed, so much depressed. But what I learned is that, please, if you have a problem, just find someone. Then you can just go to a doctor, look for someone, just share. Because, you know, people suffering with endometriosis, these people normally don't want to disclose. These people normally feel like they isolate themselves at first, so they don't want to share their pain. They feel like it's a shame. You know, even telling someone that I have a disease but it's about periods, you know, it's like kind of weird. Periods aje, unakuwa mgonjwa juu ya periods aje, you see. But I think we even finding people to talk to, that's one way of relieving the pain. Yeah.
Na okay, unajua fire mama jam. Okay, just before tuende huko. Sasa tunaweza sema umepona kabisa.
Okay, not completely healed. I'm still under medication. As I told you earlier on, no, this is something that I've lived with it. All along I've been in and out hospitals, but the results were like, you're okay. But inside me, something's eating me up. So like the period, you know, you cannot just fall sick just one day and expect to be okay the next day. You have to have some period of time for healing. So I'm still under medication, and that's why I told you I'm still trusting God for healing, and I know it's possible because the problems that we face, I think they are very small to God, with God. Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay, unajua fire mama jam. Okay, just before tuende huko. Sasa tunaweza sema umepona kabisa.
Okay, not completely healed. I'm still under medication. As I told you, I'm still trusting God for healing, and I know it's possible because the problems that we face, I think they are very small to God, with God. Yeah.
Unajua fire mama jambo?
Yeah, I learned about her the time that I think the period that she had passed away. It's when I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and I was traveling, and I was like, what? And I was really eager to see, yeah, to hear, like, what you mean this disease can kill? That's when I think, it's when now I started realizing, okay, so I'm not alone. Because, you know, I felt like I'm alone. This thing is just new to me. I felt like, hey, is it like all ladies go through this, or is it me alone? But I found that, okay, so there's someone who has gone through, and in fact, for hers, I think it was worse. Yeah, but mine, I just gave myself hope because it had a trip to that point. But I know God will just do something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, other than endometriosis, in line with the effect or impact of endometriosis in your life, other than sickness, other than feeling isolation, other than medication, how has it affected your life, like entirely, maybe social life, maybe relationships and friends and family?
Okay, for relationships, I think it has really affected me, because for now, like, you just stay with someone and they tell you like, oh, can we just do that thing? And I'm like, no, why? So you feel, I find it hard to disclose it to someone, and they're like, why, what's wrong with you? I just tell them, I'm sick. Where are you sick? You see, some just think about, you know, those diseases, yeah, HIV, STDs, you know. So by the time I just disclose, and they're like, what? Are you for real? Yeah. They are really shocked at that moment. So, you know, and for whatever that reasons you might be in a relationship, but then, you know, there are those common ones. So when somebody hears about that and you can't, you know, that's painful for me. So you tell someone like, for this, let's just abstain for this, and they're like, no, why? So you find it hard even getting into a relationship. Yeah.
Maybe anywhere else apart from your relationship, may affect your life?
Okay, me, I can say I'm just grateful, because even in my studies, I think I've never missed class. In as much as sometimes I just wake up and I can't feel okay, but still I'll attend some classes and I'll do my exams. Yeah, I think in other areas it hasn't affected me that much. Yeah.
Is it preventable?
With endometriosis, I don't think. You know, it's a condition where you when you receive your periods, they'll flow. You expect them to flow outwards, but some flow upwards. So you can't prevent it. It's just like when those tissues, they have just outgrown, and you know, I can't say like I'm the one who made them to outgrow, you know. Yeah. So with endo, yeah.
Okay. What can you say now? Like, okay, who is your champion? Like, who are you proud of in your journey? Like, in your journey?
Okay, in my journey, first I'm proud of myself, the way I am.
Yes.
Yeah, even if it's at some point I just feel like I disappointed myself, like why? Okay, but I'm still proud of myself. And my doctor, yeah, Dr. Wambua, I'm really proud of you. You really helped me in a very big way. Shout out to you. And even my parents, I'm proud of them. Yeah. And I have some friends who just came along helping me.
Your mom?
Yes, I said my parents. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really proud of them. Yeah. Because no, I do not have.
You have sisters?
I don't have sisters.
Brother?
Yes.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Okay. You're the only...
Yeah.
Okay. Mko wangapi?
4.
Oh. Wow. Nice. Okay. May I wish you the best, Jeff. Like,
Thank
you
you.
need to be strong. Actually, you are already. You know, I need this person, like, I think something like that, and you accept and you are willing to talk about it. It's not something easy. Kama I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Na hiyo nguvu. Mimi mwenyewe ni mtu wa kuficha vitu, lakini mimi na nafikaga time like huwa naficha, lakini nafika time naamua okay, check it. But I wish you the best and I
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
okay, your batting shot maybe tungependa kuongezea na una feel like atuongea kuhusu.
I think, okay, as I was saying, Pia, the government, yeah, should also chip in, because you know, not all ladies, like, they will feel okay to disclose this thing, and you know, even with endo, I think it drains you financially. Yeah, finances, yeah, nakula pesa sana. So I think the government ikikuja na support ya kusaidia at least proper health care for ladies and women, yeah, itakuwa tu vizuri. Yeah, at least wengine wenye hawezi afford. Najua at least mtu akienda to a place yenye anaweza afford hiyo ugonjwa, apate dawa apone, itakuwa rahisi than ashindwe kuenda kujisaidia hosi akuwe na hiyo ugonjwa. So naona inamkula. Yeah, hivyo. At least government chip in is I come out with the best way that they can help ladies and women. Yeah, I think it will be okay.
Okay, hapo kwa government sioni kuna NHS.
Yeah, I have it.
Like inakusaidiaga kidogo.
But for me, unajua sasa mi siko job, like siko nini, so inakuwa ngumu pia yeah. So most of the time for me, I just use cash at hand. Okay. Actually, at first, even my relatives are like, no, you know, I come from a Christian family, so they're like, kuna venye alimkosea Mungu. Yeah.
Aki, honestly, ungetuambia hiyo kwa. Okay, they were like, when it comes from
why endometriosis? You know, it's a reproductive problem, you know, so they were like, no, hapana. Huyu kuna venye alimkosea Mungu.
Now how did that feel? Like, kuna feel aje?
Oh, okay. I felt like, is it my first? Am I the first person to sin, like, against God? Okay, is it a punishment? So for me, but I knew, okay, it's because they don't understand. Okay, actually, even I got the courage to share this because not all people know about endometriosis, and not even endometriosis alone. There are even fibroids. You see, there are even in some other reproductive diseases. So I was like, okay, because you don't understand. Okay, I think I need to do something. Yeah. Okay.
And actually, you've done something. You are very courageous. I congratulate you for that.
Okay, you know why I gained courage? It's because I had cried a lot. With all these years, I've been crying all alone. Sometimes I just even go into the toilet, I just lock myself and cry like out of my lungs. I would cry until I feel just I'm okay, I'm relieved. Yeah, then I just come out smiling. So you see, it has really helped me because for now at least I can put a smile on my face.
Yes.
Okay,
me pia vitu zinanisaidiaga actually one. Okay, me kama the other day nimepost video fulani picha nikasema katika hii dunia nilikuwa na ndoto mbili peke yake. Ndoto ya kwanza ilikuwa ni kukuja Mombasa ambayo nishatimiza. Ndoto nyingine ni unielewe hii I'll explain. Ndoto nyingine ni kwenda heaven, like heaven. Unajua other than heaven ni hell. Na kwenda heaven you must submit to God totally and you trust in him na ufanye zile vitu zenye anatakaga. So mi ningependa tukuambia like focus on God, trust in him and he will surely do.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much kwa kuwa kwa show yangu. Actually mimi mwenyewe nimelearn sana and I really do appreciate.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I appreciate you. Also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Na kama pia uko na story ungependa kushare, please reach me Instagram vanbabyke, TikTok vanbabyke, na namba yangu iko hapo. Actually unaweza pia reach out. Come and share your story with us. Nimekapitia. Au sio? Na kama pia unaogopa kushare, just write it down. I'll narrate it kwa empathizer, au sio? Na pia nitakutag along. So thank you so much. Van baby. Leo nataka ni ape kabisa, nikatane na pombe kabisa, kila siku kunichomea picha na ota nina